Chapter 3. Thrace's Office. Commander Thrace's office was cold, not temperature cold. The stone walls held summer heat just fine, but the space itself felt stripped, clinical. Like all warmth had been deliberately extracted and filed away in one of the dozens of cabinets lining the walls. The room was larger than I remembered. High ceiling with exposed beams, narrow windows that let in knife slices of afternoon light. A weapons rack stood in one corner holding a greatsword that looked like it had seen actual combat, the blade marked with repair work. Filing cabinets dominated the left wall, each drawer labeled with dates and theater designations. The right wall held a bookshelf crammed with tactical manuals and field reports. Spines cracked from heavy use. Maps covered every surface. Desk, walls, even part of the floor. Red pins clustered thick across paper representations of the Empire. Some areas looked like they'd been stabbed repeatedly, bleeding. The Deadlands were solid red. Expected. But the scattered clusters elsewhere had grown since I'd last seen strategic maps. Denser. More aggressive. The same patterns Voss had shown in class. But these maps had additional markings. Black pins mixed with red. Blue pins forming concentric circles. Yellow pins connected by chalk lines that suggested movement patterns. Classified intelligence. My mouth went dry. Thrace stood behind her desk, hands flat on a particularly detailed map of the Eastern Territories. She was tall, broad-shouldered, built like someone who'd spent decades in armor. Her uniform was immaculate despite the late hour, commander's insignia polished to mirror brightness. Dark hair pulled back in a severe bun, showing gray at the temples that hadn't been there at Silvrath. Her face was all sharp angles and hard lines, carved from exhaustion and duty. She didn't look up when we entered, just kept staring at the pins like she could will them to move through sheer force of command.
"Sit,"
she said. We sat. 2 chairs positioned precisely across from her desk. Close enough for conversation. Far enough to maintain military formality. I resisted the urge to reach for Dane's hand. The loss of contact made my channels ache. Thrace finally looked up. Her face was carved from exhaustion and duty. Dark circles under her eyes. New lines at her mouth. She'd aged since Silvrath. Or maybe I was just noticing now.
"I'm going to be direct,"
she said. No preamble, no pleasantries.
"because we don't have time for comfort."
She tapped the map.
The seed's activity is escalating. Event frequency has increased 40% in 3 months. The percentage of first-order events rose from 20 to 25% in the same time frame.
I'd known the numbers from class. Hearing them from Thrace made them real.
Mid-order confirmations are rising weekly.
She continued.
We had 3 last month, 5 this month. The projection for next month is 8.
Her finger traced a pattern.
Intelligence suspects. The seed is changing, adapting, learning to organize chaos into something that can think.
Or someone is teaching it,
Dane said quietly. Thrace's expression went flat.
That's the alternative hypothesis, and if true, it's worse.
She pulled out a sealed report. Imperial seal. High classification.
We've lost 4 reconnaissance teams trying to get close to the Deadlands boundary. They reported organized resistance, coordinated ambushes. One team got 30 miles in before...
She stopped.
They didn't come back.
Silence filled the office. Cold and heavy. That's not why you summoned us. I said.
No.
Thrace's hands flattened on the desk again.
The Empire has noticed the unusual magical signature at Silvrath, specifically the central vent closure.
She looked at me directly.
Your convergence technique left a resonance pattern that doesn't match any documented dyad casting. Scholars are investigating. Political factions are asking questions.
My heart dropped into my stomach.
They're looking for you specifically.
Thrace said.
Both of you. They want to know what you did, how you did it, whether it can be replicated.
Her jaw tightened.
Whether it can be weaponized.
Dane's hand found mine under the desk. His fingers were cold. I gripped tight. Silver light flickered between our palms and the pleasure was immediate. Wrong. Inappropriate for this moment, but my body didn't care.
Who's asking questions?
Dane's voice stayed level, controlled. His combat voice.
Everyone?
Thrace pulled out more documents. Names I recognized. Political families. Military commanders.
Lord Castellan wants you for his border guard expansion. Magistrate Vren thinks you're evidence of heretical magic practices. The Emperor's advisors.
She stopped.
The Emperor's advisors are interested, which means the Emperor will be interested soon.
What does the Emperor want? I asked. My voice came out thin. Thrace met my eyes. I watched her consider a comforting lie. Watched her discard it. Choose harder truth.
I don't know,
She said.
and that terrifies me more than anything else.
She leaned forward.
The Emperor is ruthless about maintaining power. If he sees you as threats, he'll eliminate you, execute you quietly, make it look like a mission casualty.
She paused.
Or he'll use you, send you to destroy the seed itself, throw you at the Deadlands like expendable weapons, because your technique might actually work where others failed.
We're not ready for that, I whispered.
No, you're not.
Thrace's voice went brutal, clinical.
You have exceptional raw power, Miss Harrow, but you lack knowledge and experience? Your after-action reports prove it. Overcommitting to the mobile anchor at Silvrath, nearly dissolving before reaching the heart. Your partner had to emergency transfer mid-combat to keep you alive.
Each word landed like a blade. True. Accurate. Devastating.
And you, Ashforge,
Thrace turned to Dane.
you're crystallizing faster than any cleaver I've monitored. Your accumulation rate is accelerating. Another 6 months of combat deployment at current intensity and you'll be glass.
Dane's grip on my hand tightened. He didn't argue. Couldn't. The silver spreading across his chest was visible proof.
Deploying you together would expose you to exactly the scrutiny I'm trying to avoid.
Thrace continued.
Every mission would be documented, every casting analyzed. The Emperor's people would trace your movements within weeks.
She straightened.
The Empire needs you to grow stronger first, which means keeping you hidden until you can survive what's coming.
Hidden how?
Dane asked. Thrace's expression shifted, hardened, like she was bracing for impact.
Separation.
The word hit like a physical blow. No, I said immediately.
Listen to my reasoning before you refuse.
Thrace's voice stayed level.
Ashforge, there's an advanced cleaver mastery program on Sentinel Island. Legitimate, prestigious, unquestionable cover. 6 months of intensive training with some of the best combat instructors in the Empire. You'd gain master status. The credentials would protect you.
And Liv?
Dane's voice went hard.
Miss Harrow needs somewhere the Empire won't think to look. Somewhere that values her abilities without asking dangerous questions about how she developed them.
Thrace paused.
Do you know anyone at another academy? Anyone who might offer safe harbor?
The question hung in the air. My mind went immediately to the unopened letter in my trunk. Kale's letter. Delivered 2 weeks ago with an offer I'd been too afraid to read. An invitation to his academy where merit mattered more than bloodline. where a binder with unusual abilities might be welcomed instead of investigated. Kale, who'd said there were cleaner waters if I needed them. Kale, who I'd been deliberately not thinking about because thinking about him felt like betrayal. Maybe, I said quietly. Thrace's eyes sharpened.
Names?
Kale Morvan, student at... I hesitated. I don't know which academy.
Morvan?
Thrace pulled out a registry, flipped pages, stopped.
Thornhaven Academy, Northern Territories, known for accepting common-born students with exceptional ability.
She looked up.
How do you know him?
He offered me transfer last term. Said his academy values capability over bloodline.
Did he?
Thrace's tone was carefully neutral.
And you decline?
I was partnered with Dane by then.
But Morvan's offer still stands?
I don't know. Maybe. Thrace studied me for a long moment. I felt like she was reading everything I wasn't saying. The attraction I wouldn't admit. The way Kale's directness had cracked something open. The fact that his letter sat unopened because I was too afraid of what it might offer.
If Morvan can get you into Thornhaven, you'd be safer there than anywhere in the Empire.
Thrace said finally.
The Northern Academies don't report to the Emperor as directly. They maintain autonomy in exchange for border defense responsibilities.
She tapped her desk.
You could train, develop your abilities properly, learn the tactical knowledge you're missing.
Without Dane, I said.
Without Ashforge.
Thrace confirmed.
For 6 months. Maybe less if the situation stabilizes, maybe more if it doesn't.
6 months. Half a year. 180 days without touching him. Without transferring. Without feeling our magic spiral together into transcendent synthesis. My channels screamed at the thought. Will dissolve, I said. The words came out flat. Factual. Without regular transfer, we'll both transform. I'll become shadow. He'll become glass.
Rotation protocols exist for a reason.
Thrace said.
Rotation doesn't work for us.
Dane's voice was quiet. Dangerous.
You've seen the documentation. Standard partners can't handle our accumulation rates. The transfer efficiency is too low.
Then you'll need to ration your casting, both of you.
Thrace's expression went hard.
I've seen the reports from yesterday's Chaos Pocket mission, excessive magical expenditure on a routine threat, dangerous accumulation levels. You're chasing the high, aren't you? Both of you.
I felt my face flush, shame and anger warring.
Don't answer,
Thrace said.
I already know. Every resonant partnership goes through this. The magic feels too good. You can't stop casting together. The addiction sets in fast.
She leaned forward.
But here's the truth. If you keep feeding it, you'll both be dead within a year, either from transformation or because you'll overcommit in combat and get yourselves killed.
Separation will kill us too, I said.
Maybe.
Thrace didn't flinch.
But it's the only chance I can see to keep you both alive long enough to matter. The Emperor is hunting for you. The seed is escalating. Political factions are circling.
She gestured at the maps.
Everything is accelerating. You need time to prepare, time to train properly, time to not be together, while every eye in the Empire watches.
And if we refuse?
Dane asked.
Then I deploy you together, assign you to border patrol or event response, document every casting, report every mission, and pray the Emperor's people are slow enough that you survive whatever comes next.
Thrace's voice dropped.
But I don't think they will be slow, and I don't think you'll survive.
Silence. I stared at the maps. All those pins. All those vents. All that chaos organizing itself into something that could think and plan and hunt. And we were supposed to face that. Eventually, when we were ready, if we were ever ready. How long do we have to decide? I asked.
3 days.
Thrace pulled out 2 sealed envelopes, set them on the desk between us.
Ashforge, this is your acceptance letter to Sentinel Island. All arrangements made. You leave in 3 days if you accept.
She tapped the second envelope.
Miss Harrow, this is a transfer authorization, blank. If you can secure placement at another academy, I'll sign it and make it official.
She stood. We stood automatically.
I know this isn't what you want.
Thrace said. Her voice softened fractionally.
But I'm trying to keep you alive. Both of you. The Empire needs what you can become, not what you are now.
She paused.
And personally, I'd like to see you survive long enough to choose each other freely. Not because the system forced you together, not because you're addicted to how the magic feels, but because you actually want to.
The words hit harder than I expected.
3 days.
Thrace repeated.
Decide your fates.
We walked back to our quarters in silence. Dane's hand found mine automatically. Silver light flickered. Pleasure bloomed. Even now. Even terrified. The addiction didn't stop. Our room was larger than standard student accommodations, but still modest. 2 beds pushed together against the left wall. The gap between them eliminated weeks ago when pretending separation seemed pointless. My desk sat beneath the window, overlooking the training yards, covered in books and notes and the pressed flowers I'd framed. Dane's weapons rack stood opposite, culmination resting in place of honor. His spare blades and maintenance kit organized with military precision. A shared trunk at the foot of the bed. 2 wardrobes that had slowly merged their contents until distinguishing his clothes from mine required actual effort. The space smelled like us. His weapon oil and leather. My ink and paper. The lingering scent of transfers and magic that never quite faded from the air. Dane closed the door behind us. Locked it. The click sounded final. 6 months, I said.
Maybe less.
Maybe more. He crossed to the window, stared out at nothing. His shoulders were rigid, controlled. But I could see the tension in every line of his body. Silence stretched. I sat on the bed. My legs felt unsteady. 3 days to decide. 3 days before everything changed. There has to be another way, I said.
There isn't.
Dane's voice was flat. Final. We could run.
Where?
He turned from the window. His crystalline eyes caught the dying light.
Where could we go that the Empire wouldn't find us? Where mages live. We need supplies, equipment, transfer partners if we're separated.
His hands clenched.
And the moment we desert, the moment we're labeled rogue, every mage in the kingdom becomes our enemy.
Then we stay. Fight together.
And die together when the Emperor decides we're threats.
His voice cracked slightly.
Or when our addiction kills us first. Thrace saw the reports. We're already overcasting, already chasing highs instead of fighting smart.
I wanted to argue, couldn't. He was right about everything. There's a letter, I said quietly, in my trunk, from Kel Morvan. Dane went very still. I haven't opened it, I continued. But Thrace asked. She wanted to know if I had somewhere I could go. Somewhere safe. I met his eyes. He offered me a place at his academy last term. Said there were cleaner waters if I needed them.
And you kept the letter?
It wasn't a question, wasn't an accusation. Just observation. Yes.
Why?
I don't know. The admission hurt. Maybe some part of me knew this was coming. Knew we couldn't stay together forever. Knew the system. My voice broke. I was afraid to open it. Afraid of what it might offer.
Afraid you'd want to go.
His voice went hard. Cold.
That's what you mean, isn't it? You were afraid you'd want to leave.
That's not...
You've been thinking about him.
Dane crossed to me. His movements were controlled. Too controlled.
Since he made that offer, since he showed up when you were dissolving and I wasn't there, when you needed someone and he was the one who found you.
It wasn't like that.
Wasn't it?
His jaw clenched.
Handsome, charming, direct in ways I'm not. He offered you exactly what you needed at exactly the right moment. Made you feel capable instead of...
He stopped, started again.
You've been carrying his letter for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Liv, and you never mentioned it.
Because it didn't matter. Because I chose you.
Did you? Or did you just choose not to open it yet?
The words hit like a slap. I stepped back. You think I want to leave you?
I think part of you does.
His voice went rough, raw.
I think part of you has been planning this, looking for an escape route, and now Thrace just handed you the perfect excuse.
That's not fair.
Isn't it?
He gestured at the trunk.
You kept his letter. You thought about his offer, and the moment Thrace suggested separation, you had an answer ready. Maybe, you said. Maybe I know someone. Not, I need to think about it. Not, I don't have anywhere to go. You knew exactly where you could run.
Tears burned behind my eyes. It's not running. It's surviving.
It's running to him.
I don't even know him. The words burst out desperate. He offered me help once. Once, Dane. We talked for maybe an hour. He was direct and honest, and yes, he's handsome, and yes, he showed up when I was dissolving and terrified and alone. My voice broke, but I don't know him. How could I possibly want someone I don't know?
You want what he represents.
Dane's hands clenched.
Freedom. A place where you're not under constant scrutiny, where you don't have to be careful about every casting, where the magic doesn't feel like it's killing you.
His voice dropped.
Where I'm not there trying to die for you.
That's not...
Is.
He cut me off.
And maybe you should want that. Maybe you should want to be somewhere safe. Somewhere you can learn without the Emperor hunting you. Somewhere you don't have to watch me crystallize.
His eyes went bright. Wet.
But don't tell me you don't want to leave. Don't tell me some part of you hasn't been hoping for this.
I stared at him. My chest felt tight. Because he was wrong. He had to be wrong. I loved him. I chose him. I wanted to stay with him, but I'd kept Kale's letter. And I hadn't told him about it. And when Thrace asked if I had somewhere to go, I'd answered immediately. I don't want him, I said. The words came out weak, uncertain. I barely know him. He offered help. That's all. Just help when I needed it.
And now you need it again.
Now I need to survive. We both do. And you heard Thrace? We can't stay together. The Emperor is hunting us. We're addicted to the magic. Another 6 months like this, and we'll both transform. I crossed to him. Took his hands. This isn't about wanting to leave. It's about not having a choice.
There's always a choice.
His fingers tightened on mine.
You're choosing him.
I'm choosing survival.
By going to him.
Because Thrace asked if I had anywhere safe to go, and he's the only person I know who offered. My voice rose. Desperate. What else am I supposed to do? Stay here and die? Run into the wilderness and hope the Empire doesn't find us? There is no good option, Dane. There's only this.
This.
He pulled his hands away.
Going north to a man who wants you while I go to some island alone. 6 months of wondering if you're thinking about me, or if you're...
He stopped, turned away.
I can't finish that sentence.
He doesn't want me. He doesn't even know me.
He knew enough to write you a letter, to make sure you could find him if you needed to position himself as your way out.
Dane's voice went flat.
That's not altruism, Liv. That's strategy.
You don't know that.
I know tactics. I know what it looks like when someone wants something and they're willing to wait for it.
He faced me again. His expression was raw, stripped bare.
And I know what it looks like when someone is falling for it.
I'm not,
You kept his letter.
because I thought I might need it someday.
Exactly.
The word was quiet, devastating.
You thought you might need him someday. Not help. Him. You've been keeping him as an option.
The accusation hung between us. I wanted to deny it, wanted to say it was just practical planning, just having a backup in case things went wrong. But the words stuck in my throat, because maybe he was right. Maybe some part of me had been thinking about Kale, not wanting him, exactly, but wondering, curious about what he'd offered. About what it would be like to be somewhere I was valued for capability instead of protected like something fragile. I don't want to leave you, I whispered. I love you.
I know.
His voice broke.
And I love you. Which is why this is killing me. Because I know there's no other way. Thrace is right. We stay together and we die. Either the Emperor finds us or the addiction does.
He crossed to me, took my face in his hands.
But knowing we have to separate doesn't make it hurt less. And knowing you're going to him,
I'm not going to him. I'm going to his academy.
it's the same thing.
It's not.
He'll be there, Liv. You'll train together, transfer together. He'll show you his world, make you feel capable and dangerous and everything you said you wanted.
Dane's thumbs traced my cheekbones.
And I'll be on an island alone wondering if 6 months is long enough for you to forget why you chose me in the first place.
Tears spilled down my cheeks. I won't forget.
How do you know?
His voice was barely a whisper.
How do you know what 6 months apart will do to us? We can't even go 6 hours without needing transfer. We're addicted, Liv, to the magic, to each other, to how we feel when we're together. Take that away and what's left?
Love.
Is it? Or is it just addiction we're calling love?
The question destroyed something in my chest. Because I didn't know. Couldn't know. We'd never been apart long enough to find out if what we felt was real, or just the magic making us believe it was. I don't know, I admitted. I don't know if I love you, or if I'm addicted to you, or if there's even a difference anymore. My voice shook. But I know I don't want to lose you. I know the thought of 6 months without you makes me want to die. And I know I'm terrified that going to Kale's academy means choosing him, even though I don't want to.
But you're going anyway.
Because there's no other choice. I pulled away, started pacing. You keep saying I want to leave, that I'm choosing him. But what else am I supposed to do? Thrace gave us 3 days to decide our fates. 3 days to find somewhere safe or die trying to stay together. I whirled to face him. So yes, I kept his letter. Yes, I thought about his offer. Because maybe some part of me knew we'd end up here. Knew the system would force us apart. And I wanted to have one option that wasn't death. Dane stared at me. His expression was agony.
I know you're right. I know there's no other way.
His hands clenched.
But I'm terrified. Terrified you'll go north and realize you don't need me. Realize you're better off without me. That you were only with me because the magic made you and now you're free to choose someone else.
I'm not free. I'm being forced.
Are you?
Yes.
Then why does it feel like you're relieved?
The question stopped me cold. Because I wasn't relieved. Was I? I was terrified, heartbroken, desperate not to lose him. But maybe some tiny part of me was curious about what it would be like to be somewhere the Emperor wasn't hunting me. To train without constant fear. To see what Kale had meant about cleaner waters. I'm not relieved, I said. But even I could hear the uncertainty in my voice. Dane heard it too. I watched something crack in his expression.
You are. You're relieved to have an excuse to go, to leave me and the addiction and the constant fear, to start over somewhere new with someone who doesn't carry all our history.
His voice went dead.
I don't blame you. If I could leave me, I would too.
Dane.
I'm crystallizing. I planned to die at Sector 7 for 6 years before you made me want to live. And now I'm supposed to let you go to another man's academy while I learn to fight better, so maybe I can protect you again someday.
He laughed, bitter.
Except I can't protect you from this. Can't fight the Emperor, or the addiction, or the fact that separation is the only way we survive.
So what do we do?
I don't know.
He turned back to the window.
I don't know how to let you go. Don't know how to watch you leave for 6 months, not knowing if you'll come back, if you'll still want me, if we'll still work.
His shoulders were rigid.
But I know we don't have a choice. Thrace made that clear. We separate or we die.
Silence stretched. Cold. Heavy. Inescapable. I don't want him, I said quietly. I don't know him. Don't know if I'll even like him. Don't know if his academy will be what he promised or if it's just another trap. I crossed to Dane, put my hand on his back. But I'm terrified that going there means losing you. And I'm terrified that you'll spend 6 months believing I chose to leave when really I'm just trying to survive long enough to come back.
What if you don't want to come back?
Then I don't deserve you. I pressed my forehead against his shoulder. But I'm hoping 6 months will prove we're more than just addiction. That what we feel is real. That love can survive separation.
And if it can't?
Then at least we're both alive to figure out what comes next. Dane turned, pulled me against him. His arms wrapped around me like he was trying to memorize how I fit there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for accusing you of wanting to leave. Sorry for being jealous of a man you don't even know. Sorry for not being enough to keep you safe without forcing you away.
His voice broke.
I'm just so fucking scared of losing you.
I'm scared too. I held him tighter. Scared of going somewhere alone. Scared of what 6 months apart will do to us. Scared that you're right, and some part of me does want to leave. I pulled back, met his eyes, but I'm more scared of losing you. Of the Emperor finding us. Of the addiction killing us. Of transforming into glass or shadow because we couldn't stop chasing the high.
3 days.
Dane whispered. 3 days. I agreed. We stood there holding each other. His jealousy wasn't gone. My uncertainty wasn't resolved. But we both knew the truth. There was no other way. Separation was survival. And survival was all we had. I don't want to think about it, I said finally. Not tonight, not right now.
What do you want?
You. I pulled his mouth down to mine. Just you. For whatever time we have left. The kiss was desperate from the first moment. Not gentle. Not sweet. Just raw need and fear. And the terrible knowledge that this might be one of our last chances to feel this. To touch each other without the weight of impossible choices crushing down. Dane's control shattered. His hands fisted in my uniform, pulling me closer. I could feel him shaking. Feel the silver spreading across his skin, cool beneath my palms. Feel his heart racing against my chest like it was trying to break free. I pushed him toward the bed. He went without resistance. Let me guide him down. Let me straddle his hips. Let me take control in the way he never usually allowed. His crystalline eyes were blown black with need. Pupils dilated so wide I could barely see the gold and silver.
Liv.
He breathed. Just my name. Like a prayer. Like a plea. I kissed him again. Poured everything I couldn't say into the contact. All my fear and love and desperation and need. His hands found my waist, my back, my face, touching me like he was trying to memorize every inch. Like he knew this might be goodbye even if we were pretending otherwise. Transfer started automatically. Silver and black mixing where our skin met. Magic flowing between us in waves that made us both gasp. It felt transcendent. Perfect. Like we were meant to merge this way. Like separation was impossible because we were already one thing pretending to be two. The pleasure built with each touch, each kiss, each moment of contact sending cascading sensations through channels too hungry, too addicted, too desperate for this to ever be enough. Clothes became obstacles. We stripped each other with shaking hands, fumbling at buckles and laces. My uniform fell away. His followed, until there was nothing between us but skin and magic and need. He pulled me down against him. Full contact, every inch touching. Magic exploded at the connection points, transfer flooding through my system with overwhelming intensity. I cried out. Couldn't help it. The sensation was too much, too perfect. Like my channels had been starving and were finally being fed. Dane made a sound low in his throat. Desperate, almost pained. His hands gripped my hips hard enough to bruise. We moved together. Slowly at first, then faster as the magic built. As the need consumed everything else. As the transfer intensified until I couldn't tell where I ended, and he began. Our consciousness merged at the edges, his thoughts bleeding into mine. His fear and love and desperate determination wrapping around me like armor.
I love you.
His mind whispered where his mouth couldn't.
I love you. I love you. Please don't leave me.
I don't want to, mine whispered back. I don't know how to survive without you.
Then don't go. Stay. We'll find another way.
There is no other way.
There has to be.
There isn't. The truth settled between us. Cold, final, inescapable. We had 3 days. 3 days before separation became necessary. 3 days before survival demanded we choose paths that led away from each other. 3 days to memorize how this felt, how we felt together. Before everything changed, the pleasure built higher. Magic spiraling together in synthesis that went beyond simple transfer. Our bodies moved in perfect rhythm, ancient dance, primal need. Until the final moment when everything released at once. I felt Dane's completion and my own simultaneously. Consciousness merged so completely that there was no separation. Just one brilliant moment of perfect unity before reality crashed back. We lay tangled together afterward, breathing hard, shaking. His silver had receded, my black marks had faded, balanced, healed. For now, but we both knew it wouldn't last. In hours, we'd need transfer again. In days, we'd be desperate for casting. The addiction didn't care that we were trying to quit. It demanded to be fed, and we couldn't keep feeding it. Dane's arms tightened around me. His face pressed against my hair. I felt wetness on my temple. Tears. His or mine. I couldn't tell.
3 days.
He whispered. 3 days. I agreed. We held each other as the last light faded. 3 days until we opened Kale's letter. 3 days until we decided our fates. 3 days until we learned whether love could survive separation, or whether the addiction would destroy us first.